Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail the story of producer, actor, and writer, DJ Pooh, most known for playing the character Red in Friday. DJ Pooh grew up in Hawthorne. Cities like Inglewood are in close proximity. Hawthorne was once a white-only settlement, commonly called a sundown town. During the 1930s, signs warned African Americans to be out of Hawthorne by sundown, but by the 70s, everything would change. Many black residents would move in, and many whites would move out. With gangs of violence starting over LA County, Hawthorne would fall victim, and the area Pooh lived in would later become a gang called the Watergate Crips. The Watergate Crips originated during the 1970s. The Watergate Crips are a part of the Roll 100 Crips, which consist of several gangs in Los Angeles County. The name Watergate would come from a scandal that President Richard Nixon was a part of, called the Watergate Scandal.
But in all of my years of public life, I have never profited from public service. I've earned every cent. And in all of my years of public life, I have never obstructed justice. And I think, too, that I can say that in my years of public life, that I welcome this kind of examination, because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Watergates will also have another branch of their gang outside of Hawthorne. It will be in Orange County. The Watergates would be for several Crips and Blood gangs in nearby areas and have some deadly wars. They would even have beef with some of the gangs in a Roll 100 Crip car. And this would be the type of environment that DJ Pooh would grow up in. While Pooh was in high school, he would start DJing. He would start off by doing turntables, but just when he started taking it serious, he would go to jail for 18 months, where he would get his GED. He would be released by the age of 19. With Pooh being released from jail, music became his biggest passion, and that's where he spent all his time and energy. And as you know, this would later come his career. Pooh would have many musical influences around him, and he would make his own crew with friends from his neighborhood, called the FBI crew, which they had humble beginnings. They would struggle to get equipment. Some of Pooh's first DJing gigs would be at his old high school. Pooh knew many popular people early on in his life, like Ice Cube and DJ Jinx. DJ Jinx was close to Dr. Dre, and he would introduce Dre and Pooh. Dre would teach Pooh a lot musically, like how to use a drum machine, how to produce tracks, and how to make beats. Learning these things from Dre would get Pooh into producing. DJ Pooh's first production credit would be for a group called Uncle James Army. He would later form production crew LA Posse. Pooh would later go to New York and live with his cousin. His cousin was a dancer for the group Houdini. While being in New York, DJ Pooh would start to build connections and try to shop a tape he made. Some of the songs would be from up-and-coming rapper King T. This would get DJ Pooh production known and get King T known as a rapper on the East Coast. In 1987, DJ Pooh would get his big break. He provided production for LL Cool J's second album, Bigger and Deffer. The album was certified double platinum. He would produce on several songs like I Need Love, along with the LA Posse. DJ Pooh and the LA Posse would go on to produce Def Jam artists like MC Breeze. MC Breeze would later sign with Atlantic Records, which the LA Posse group would sign a production deal to work on MC Breeze's new album. DJ Pooh wasn't a part of that deal and would go back to LA and not be a part of LA Posse anymore. Since he left LA for 3 years, a lot had changed. Like Ice Cube and Dr. Dre had become stars a part of the group in WA. Back in LA, DJ Pooh would produce for artists like King T, Too Short, and also produced on the album for the movie Boys in the Hood. But with Ice Cube going solo from the group in WA, Pooh would be brought in by Ice Cube to produce on debut album Death Certificate. He would produce on songs like Steady Mobbin' and Ice Cube's diss towards NWA called No Vaseline.
Worked on Ice Cube's No Vaseline track. Now, is that true?
That's true.
Okay, now when you worked on it, did you think it was going to become such a huge record that ended up becoming?
You know what? I always think when we're doing something, we all honestly think we hope and think it's going to do something, or else we wouldn't even be doing it. But it was something at the time that the Cube had the greater idea of what it would be, and had a vision, and he called me and woke me up in the morning and told me to meet him at the studio and help him with it.
He would do production the following year for Ice Cube's follow-up album Predator, producing on songs like Ice Cube Hits, Check Yourself, and Today Was a Good Day.
People to talk over here. So Pooh, you got Cam over there on this soundtrack getting down, right?
That's getting busy.
Yeah, why don't you do me a favor? Just hold the mic over there so I can talk to Pooh, man.
Hold the mic. I can't get.
And you getting all upset about stuff like that, man. What else is coming up with you and Q? When is Q's next album being put together?
Well, we're working on it right now. It's supposed to be coming out in like September, something like that. But it's dope. We're working on that now. You know, we're trying to finish out Cam's album too.
Somebody to finish the album for me, man. So I
Threat.
get money
And the Lynch Mob. You know, we're working on that too.
I'm gonna give me a mob. I get a mob. I'll show you a mob.
Well, they got.
You want to see a mob? I'll get a mob out here in a minute. I get a mob that'll mob your mob.
Boys in the Hood comes out tomorrow.
How'd you like your
Gotta go.
mob?
You gotta go see it. You gotta go see Boys in the Hood. And we'll be back tomorrow with Tonight with DJ Quick. This is the next video, DJ Quick.
Pooh would even do production on Ice Cube's artist, Yo-Yo's album. The album was called Black Pearl, and it came out in 1992. From 93 to 95, Pooh would produce for artists like King T, Cam, Mr. Grimm, Eazy-E, Tupac, The Dog Pound, and several others. Pooh would also do production on the movie Friday's album, and the movie was written by Ice Cube, along with Pooh, who both also would act in the movie. Ice Cube playing the main character Craig, and Pooh playing the character Red. His character in the movie Red was always punked by a character named Debo, based on Pooh's homie from his hood, Big Mo, who was known as a neighborhood bully. Pooh had acted in several roles in Ice Cube's videos, but Friday would be his first real movie role, and the movie became a massive hit, and is still considered a classic today. It will be other Friday sequels, but DJ Pooh would not be a part of that.
Yeah. There you go. He got some input in there, and you know, Pooh the one did the whole thing on Fridays.
Yeah, I know.
But they stole it from him, though.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, yeah,
You
Fridays.
know, that was his worst work. Cause he got some way better stuff than that, but he did the whole thing from Friday, but they took it from him. So you know, they didn't give him all his credit. So you know, once again, you know, therefore we'll make sure he get his credit.
Into the rest of the 90s, Pooh would work with artists like Eazy-E, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Funkmaster Flex, and Badass. He would even drop his own album. The album featured people like Trey D, Cam, Roger Troutman, Charlie Wilson, and several more, but the album had minimal success. The 2000s will also be active for Pooh. He would be in several ventures, from writing films, acting, and still producing records. From 2000 to 2006, DJ Pooh would work with a long list of artists, from E40, Silk the Shocker, Lame Solo, C Murder, King T, D4L, Snoop Dogg, the Eastsiders, and several others. In 2000, DJ Pooh would direct and write hood classic movie, 3 Strikes. The movie starred actor Brian Hooks. The movie wouldn't do big numbers in the box office, but is considered a hood classic. Along with directing, writing, and even producing the soundtrack to 3 Strikes, DJ Pooh would play multiple roles in the movie, like reporter Trick Turner, and also a taxi cab driver. The following year, DJ Pooh would release the movie The Wash, which he also wrote, directed, and produced the movie soundtrack. The movie starred Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, with a long list of cameos from rappers like Ludacris, Eminem, Crip, Exhibit, and a long list of other celebs. DJ Pooh's role as Slim was to many people the highlight of the film. The Wash is also considered a hood classic. 2002, Pooh would even write and be a major influence on classic video game, GTA San Andreas. The GTA team was fascinated by the appearances of street games, but terrified by their behavior. The writers sought to accurately portray gang violence without glorifying it, so they would bring DJ Pooh in. He was hired to co-write the game from an urban perspective. Pooh would even get rapper Young Melee the role of CJ in San Andreas, as other writers wanted the authentic character.
Well, actually, DJ Pooh.
Oh, shout out DJ Pooh.
Yeah, he was in a meeting with Rockstar Games, and I had no idea. He had called me, and we was having a regular conversation. You know what I mean? And he was in a meeting with them. They heard me talking. You know what I mean? And I guess they was giving them the thumbs up in there. You know, we was talking about music, different stuff like that. Because, you know, Pooh is a hell of a producer. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we in there talking about beats. I'm on the rap on the phone. When he hung up, he called me back like 15 minutes later. And he was like, hey, man, I was in the meeting with Rockstar Games. And I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to put too much on it or not enough. I wanted you to be Melee. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that was cool. And then he said, they want you to come in and audition. So I'm like, okay.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
He's the one who got Rockstar to do the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, that whole, like take it from Miami and put it in LA. You know what I mean? Take it from the Miami dope culture to the LA gang culture. So he's the one who's behind the scenes with stuff like that, and he helped me write Friday. He produced.
DJ Pooh will go on to do voice roles in The Boondocks, Freaknik the Musical, and also be a part of Grand Theft Auto 5 as a creative consultant and DJ on West Coast Classic radio station. He will also be a part of Grand Theft Auto Online as a cameo as himself and also a writer. He will also get solo the role of Franklin on GTA 5.
I knew.
Okay.
So that's how me and DJ Pooh got so tight. And after that, man, we got to be the best of friends. And I'm here today, man, and my whole career is based off of what DJ Pooh did for me, dog.
Yeah, because
in 2017, DJ Pooh will once again write and direct another film called Grow House, which featured people like Snoop Dogg, Lil Duval, D. Ray Davis, and Faizon Love, who he worked with in movies like Friday, Three Strikes, and The Wash.
So Pooh, man, you've done, the list goes on. You did Friday, you also did The Wash. What was the process of doing this movie?
The process of doing this movie was nothing like those. This was a complete independent effort. I set out to make an independent movie, and this is a small, low-budget movie. It was under $2 million movie. We also got a tax credit from the state of California, which helped out. Love the state of California. and we set out to do just a comedy about growing weed, and I don't think a lot of people know what goes into growing weed, and so I thought it was a good idea to tell that through a comedy, because a lot can go wrong, and we love making fun of everything that goes wrong.
Awesome, man.
DJ Pooh has played a role in many artists' careers in helping the culture in film, music, and even video games. He would go down as a West Coast legend. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.